1300 30 34 35. John is in Cairns. I think Johnny is the better way to call you. Johnny, what do you want to say about the great state of Queensland?
Mate, it's great up here in Cairns. Yeah, we got rain coming out of here, 600 mil last week. They're telling us we might get a metre this week.
Bloody hell.
Wow. Mate, it just thunders down rain here in the summertime. So what I'm thinking is, looks like the current politicians don't have too much clout to get anything too much happening. They've been yapping and talking about it for a long while. And I think North Queensland should go it alone, and we'll cut her off at about Rockhampton, and we'll get Pauline in the Premier, and we'll build 3 or 4 coal-fired power stations, and we'll put the Bradfield scheme in, and then we can sell everything back to the southern states. And those Labor blokes that don't want to stay here, give them $30,000 to go south, and then open our borders for those who want to come and live in North Queensland, the pollution state, come up and live here.
Geez, all right, we might be relocating Paul Murray Live, should this be the case. You might have to get a couple of tax breaks to get us up there, but we'll do our best. Thank you, Johnny. Now, of course, Robbie Catter would not quite agree with your suggestion about who should be Premier, but where are you about FNQ statehood?
Well, I think it's a terrific idea, Paul, in so far as I think people need to stop saying we don't get our fair share. I don't think we get our fair share, but that's not the main point. The main point is what we could achieve if we were given some, some right to some further autonomy. And USA has created 23 new states in the same time that Australia's created 0. So we haven't really done our founding fathers bathe them in glory, going forth and prospering. Like the USA has done. We've stayed stagnant, and anyone that says to me that those arbitrary lines that were drawn on a map 150 years ago were there to stay forever and never to be questioned has got rocks in the head. That's nonsense. We need to prosper and progress, and I think that would make a lot of sense, and I think we'd contribute a lot more to the Australian economy if we did break away.
Now, I'll tell you, James, why I love the idea of the extra state is imagine how many good common sense senators we would get. An extra 12 senators from the new state of Far North Queensland. Take that, lefty Greens.
Man, I'd love to see, you know what I'd love to see? If I was to do one constitutional big reform here, I would say more states, less councils. We have too much local government. Get rid of that, incorporate those into big things, and then cut up some of these states, because a lot of these states have very natural divisions that are really constituencies unto themselves. And so they wind up fighting with each other every state election time, rather than each one getting the best sort of governance that it needs.
And as we all know, the further you are away from Brisbane, the deeper they screw, very, very much so, be it industry, individuals or anything else, particularly roads and the way they've been funded, particularly in the north.